I have already shuffled and laid out the cards. So as they're appearing in each house, I use the 12 houses of the zodiac. As they're appearing in each house, those are influences that are coming to bear for you at this time. So bottom of the deck is Sagittarius I use, and aspects of that are coming in for you in your chart this month. What I'm seeing here is that this is Sagittarius I see. This is about having faith and applying lessons and wisdom that you have gained, wisdom from lessons that you have been involved in over the years. So this is about applying that knowledge now. You may also have a lucky breakthrough of some kind. But certainly it really is applying what you've already learned and seeing what needs to be done, and then applying those that wisdom so that you can reap benefits from it. This is also about learning new things, and that can apply in a number of arenas for you. It could be technology, it could just be learning in general, but learning is coming up, and also the truth. So whether this is you speaking your truth, or you finding or discovering your truth, or working out what is actually working for you and what isn't, and therefore it becomes a truth. This is very much about that as well. It could also be that it's coming up. We'll get to this later, but you'll see that you need to be really, really careful about your communication at this time, because Sagittarians, they can sometimes just say something, blurt something out. It's the truth, and it needs to be said. However, it can come across as it can really put people off, or it can come across as very hurtful to others. Or just be saying something out of turn, so completely tactless as well. So be very careful this month what you say and when you say it. Really going to be, hugely important. This card also brings in a desire for freedom of some kind. So you could be changing things up, or you could be presented with new opportunities, which then give you more freedom, or you could be with you've got Saturn coming up in your chart quite a bit with that. This is about making better choices and therefore freedom from that, however difficult the choices may be. Okay, so it's about finding that freedom. It's also be careful with your money expenditure at this time, because another aspect of Sagittarius can be overspending, or sort of overindulging in things, and you may need to just be prudent at this time with certain aspects if you can. All right, so in the first house, we have Mercury retrograde reinvention. This is one of the communication cards I was talking about. So with this card coming in, this is it's going to come in for you during the course of this month. Whether it will cover the entire month, I don't think so. I think it's probably more than likely a week or so, or maybe a little bit longer, like 10 days or so, where you will be having experiencing this. So then you're just going to have to watch the energies, see how things are going for you, and I think you will be able to pick it up when there's a turn for the better. But basically this is about unforeseen changes, unknown or unpredictable energy, and also unexpected things occurring. So what you may say or what you may intend may not be interpreted that way at all. All right. So the chances of being misunderstood or misinterpreted at this time is very strong. So now the first house is your house of yourself. It's also about your physical body, your vitality, your life force. So all those internal things. But it's also how you are projecting yourself to others, how you are coming across to others, how you are making your way forward in the world. So it's your personal independence, your day-to-day interactions, and how you're moving through the world at this time. So it's internal, it's also your physical body, it's your personality, your characteristics and so on, what people are seeing, what you're projecting, but it's also your own personal self-oriented interests as well, and how you are manifesting those at this time. So with this card, as I said, the chances of being misunderstood or misinterpreted are very high during this period, which will occur at some point during this month. So it's very much, be very, very careful with all written documents and contracts at this time. Check, double check, triple check, because the chances of there being mistakes or errors or something being overlooked or not clearly understood or misinterpreted are very high again. Back up all your devices, all technology, back everything up. Because, you may lose data, you may lose something, there's a whole range of possibilities. Something could just bomb, and then, you lose various things. You don't have access to it for a number of days. So just back up all your technology. This card can bring in delays and cancellations as well. So something that you were planning or something that you were intending to do, just doesn't happen for whatever reason. But it's very much, a going back to the drawing board card. It's about, whatever try not to initiate big, important actions or new things at this time, or signing of things at this time. So try and put it off until the energies have shifted. And that is very good, actually, an opportunity for you to look at whatever it is that you were planning to do or you're intending to do, looking at it again. So this is review, revise, rewrite, reinvent. Anything with a re in front of it, okay, is appropriate during Mercury retrograde. So, and I just want to point out that the word reinvent, or words associated with that, is very highly indicated in just about every aspect of your chart this month. So this is very much a theme for you this month. So it's a very good time to go back to the drawing board, to revise what you were doing, to go over everything again with a fine-tooth comb, to make quite sure that what you were saying and what you're intending there is the correct thing. And it may take more than one draft to get it right. But with this energy that this card brings in, it does really create the opportunity to produce something much better than the original draft. Okay, so it's a very good time to go over this again and produce something much better. Avoid making electronic or big purchases. Purchasing of electronics or big purchases of any kind, because the chances of it not working or something happening with it or just not functioning correctly are quite strong. Also things like car services, try and put off until the energies have shifted if possible, because Mercury rules vehicles as well. So, but it's a really great time for meditation, for contemplation, for revising your plans, as I said, or reviewing things, really looking at things from all different angles, weighing things up. It's a very, very good time for that, great time for meditation, or even to go on some sort of time out where you spend time in contemplation. Mercury retrograde can also bring people from the past back into your life. So this could be a variety of people, but it can also bring a lover from the past, somebody that you were deeply connected with at some point may sort of appear back in your life again. And there is an opportunity there to reconnect with them at a much deeper or more fulfilling level as well, whether it's permanent or just passing through. However, whatever is appropriate for you, your higher self will always guide you in that. Then in the second house, we have your destiny. So the second house is your house of your income, the money that's coming in, how that's coming into you, the methods and so on, how you're earning it. It's also the house of self-worth, your self-worth, and also your values, what you value in yourself, what you value in others, and your value systems. So this can be ownership of all kinds, possessions, what you possess, and your views of the ownership thereof. So with your destiny coming, and this is a testing time for you right now. This is a card of destiny. It's about, it's about sort of plowing your own way through things. You're not going to get input and advice or support from others right now. And you don't actually need it. It's not appropriate. Because this is a period of contemplation where you go inward to actually consult your inner GPS, to actually find out for yourself what is the way forward. You actually do know what is the way forward. You simply have to plot it. And it's a case of navigation through various situations that are going on, navigating for yourself, finding your own truth and finding which path is right for you. Okay. So, it's follow your own inner guidance now. You know, as I said, you're not going to get advice or help from others. And you may also feel out of step with others. You may feel different or just going off in your own direction and there's nobody else with you or nobody else joining in with you at this time. But that's appropriate. As I said, you may, if it's a family thing, you may feel sort of like a bit like a black sheep, like you're doing something very differently from the rest. And you're just going to feel out of step from others right now. But it's appropriate, and just follow your own inner GPS. And just trust that things will all work out as they're supposed to, because it's a destiny card. Okay. So things are going to work out as they're supposed to. You just have to navigate and do your very best to make your way through the situations, whatever is occurring, and find your own path. There are fated circumstances around, so you're not going to be able to force issues. But you do know what to do. You're going to have to be inventive. This word keeps coming up again. It's a time of increased awareness, but it's inner awareness, as well. And it's finding solutions to certain things. There's pioneering involved, if that is appropriate for you as well. So this, as I said, it seems to me to be mostly money related or income related, but it can also be dealing with possessions and your own self-worth to do with that as well. Finding your own truth. Then in the third house, we have void, of course, moon missing. So the third house is your house of your communication. So all forms of communications, written, verbal, body language. This house also covers all documents and contracts. It also covers communications with people around you directly, but also with wider audiences, the public, and so on. So whatever platform is right for you. But it can also be to specific family members, so relatives, but also aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, and even neighbors. Neighbors fall in on this as well. The third house does also cover short journeys, short trips, local trips as well, if that is appropriate for you. But with this card coming in, it's basically when the moon changes sign, from one to the other house, it's moving from one area to another. It goes quiet during that transition. And so while it's doing that, you don't have the moon's wisdom at your fingertips at that time. So basically what it's saying is, so this will occur during the course of this month. So it's basically just saying, stay as you are for now. So let whatever's going around, whatever dramas are going around you, or whatever storm is passing over you, just let it resolve itself. Let matters settle or blow over. Don't initiate new actions at this time. You're going to get unpredictable results or wrong results. So leave anything new or untried until energies have shifted. So just stay silent, stay on your normal routine, do what you would normally do, and just use this as a sort of a rest or a pause period in which you are formulating. So you're thinking about things, dreaming, planning, and so on, but don't initiate right now. Don't lend money to people at this time. And if you are sort of going on a short trip of some kind, you might just find that there's a delay or a frustration of some kind that comes up with that. So again, wait until the energies have shifted before you undertake that at this time. So it just looks like in general, communications and dealing with certain things just may not work out for you at certain times, and just be aware of that, and rather wait until the energies have shifted, especially if you need to initiate some important discussion or contract or paperwork at this time. Then in the fourth house, we have Saturn return age. So fourth house is your house of it's your house of home and also family. So it's your home, your physical structure where you are actually living. It's also the atmosphere in the home and the people in your home. But it can also be to do with your relationship with your family, your roots, your foundation, your ancestry, your ethnic identity, whatever is appropriate for you, and anything of where you have come from, where you have emerged from, the family structure. So With this card, this is Saturn. It does a big revolution right around your chart. Most people see 2 in a lifetime, sometimes 3, but normally 2. One at the age of about 29 and one at the about 58, between 58 and 60. So depending on where you are in a life, but it's the energy that this card brings in, which is basically learning from the past. Okay. Looking back so that you can move forward. So you don't live in the past. What you do is you look back and you observe it in a sort of a clinical way, what worked, what didn't, what you were supposed to do, what you haven't done, and what you would like to do, and so on. So it's a case of looking back so that you can move forward, learning from the past, applying the lessons that you learned from the past and applying them now to your situation. This is a facing it card. So face what must be done at this time. You're going to have to face it full on. And the energy that comes with this card is release and redirect, correction. Okay. So whatever has been going on in the past, and whatever has not been working for you, you need to release it and redirect. So, and correct your course if that is also applicable for you. Late December and January could be appropriate for you at this time in some way. So, it really is a reality check, this card. It's a thorough assessment of everything. Look at the foundations of everything. Anything that was wobbly or didn't have a strong foundation will crumble or won't work. So only the things that have really stood the test of time will go with you forward into the future. So it's also about taking responsibility for your dreams and your goals now, because you're assessing now. You're assessing now. You've looked at the past. You've had a look and seen what occurred, but you need to reassess your goals now and plan for now and how you're going to move forward. And it's mastery of your current goals, mastery of your goals now. That is what the very best implementation of Saturn. There may very well be a shift in your sense of freedom and responsibility, because hopefully during this period you will gain clarity on what direction or form you want your life to take. This could also apply to where you're living currently, how you want things to go there now where you are, whether you're changing or whether you're redirecting the energy. Perhaps you're changing something about your home structure. However it is, perhaps some of the people in your home are leaving now, growing up and moving on and so on. And it's a case of assessment now. Well, what is appropriate for me now in my home environment or with my family? So there's a shift in sense of freedom and responsibility, because now you have clarity on what it is you want to do, what you're meant to do, or what you were supposed to do, and now you can move forward on it. That shift brings freedom of choice now. And you now can shape your life as well. Also age and age issues may be coming up for you. So whether this is related to yourself or it could be somebody in your home who is experiencing age issues. And you are now, as a direct influence there, are having to deal with it in some way. So it's everything to do with aging, possibly, or age in the body, just feeling older, bones, tendons, ligaments, teeth, all of the hard structures in the body, everything that holds you up, basically, that is the heart and the strong parts of the body are ruled by Saturn. So, when it comes to your actual home itself, it could be the literal foundations that are requiring some sort of shoring up, or perhaps you're just assessing the home in general. Perhaps you've lived there a long time. And also renovation may be coming in for you. There's a lot of ways that this can apply.